Hey guys, welcome on back to the AnKorage where everything is awesome, and this is Dinner Quest. Oh right, I'm right-handed. Alright, thanks for coming on back and seeing what I've got very exciting that's going on. So, we'll just get right into it. Let's say you are off-grid for some reason. Your power's off. You're going camping. You're out hiking even. You're in a survival bug out situation, survival blah, whatever, whatever the situation is. Someplace where you don't actually have electric ability to cook. There are other methods, and I've been fortunate to go camping when I was younger, and as a little boy, and for many years, many years, and of course, you've got your propane grills and stuff like that. But what if you want to take that down a little bit? Something that's a little more portable and more convenient. Yeah, there is a little bit of work in some instances, but overall, good case. So one of the first solutions that we have, and I'll show you. I wanted to show you the first one because I know I have one. I just haven't been able to find it, unfortunately. It's very possible I may have donated it recently, because I've donated a lot of things to other folks in the building, and this one thing I can't seem to find right now. So, however, it's very small. It's something akin to what is called as a rocket stove. It's in a very thin box, very flat, and what you do is you take the sides and stuff and everything, and you put it together, and it creates this little box. And you can put like a little pan on it, or a little pot, or something, what have you, and you take sticks from, just deadfall sticks, twigs, that kind of thing, and you put it in there, and you light those on fire, and it creates a flame, of course, and you can heat up a pan or a pot, boil some water, what have you. However, we're going to move right on to something that's a little higher up, and I've had this for a number of years. Never used it because I actually opened it up to double check because it's been so long. But it happens to be this right here, which is a Coleman, and that's the brand. They call it the Perfect Flow Stove 1 Burner, and I'll actually show it to you. Open it up here. The box is beat up. It's because I bought it like 1-2 moves ago in a town where I was in an apartment that is, it's a motel style apartment. Very small. It's like half the size of this unit. Of course, we call this a condo, but it's actually reclassified from an actual apartment. So this is an apartment that I own, but it's classified as a condo. So this is the top of this stove. It's a propane stove, and I know I definitely haven't used it because the chrome on here is not all gummed up with fingerprints or anything. The cardboard top is still right here. And this is big enough to have a pot or a pan sitting on the top. And this is really good because what you do is you have a base like this, and then what you do is you take a propane canister that fits into here, you set that in there, and you screw this on the top, and it's got a regulator right underneath right here, and of course you've got your knob to control your flow rate of propane out of the top. You light it, and there you go. And so it's, it sits like this. So there's that, and and that's a lot of fun. So I was very fortunate to get that. I forget where I got it, but I know I bought it brand new. I must have bought it at Walmart or something like that. So try to get you back in there because the book is in here, of course. canister thingy in there. You go in here. There you go. And everybody's happy. Get you stuff back in. And we'll put the little cardboard thing back underneath. And get you closed back up. And there we go. Like that. Alright, so that's that. So with that, you know, you can take that out, you go camping, things of that sort. You know, what else can you, well, for liquids, of course, you know, you got a little canteen. I've got a little canteen here. I normally keep this in the car. I brought it in for the video. But it's good to have. If you're out hiking, out camping, stuff like that, you can put some fresh water or some beverages in there if you want. Just go with water, though. And if you're going to do any cooking, you could use a classic mess kit like this. And yeah, get this open, pop that off, get that, bring this over, and here is the dish that you can put your food in so you can eat. Comes with a little pot with a lid, and also comes with a little plastic cup so that you can drink out of. I don't recommend drinking out of plastic, but you know, that's what came, so yeah, with it. And you've got a little pot, and it's got a little lid, excuse me. And you can put this on top of that burner, so you could boil up some water, heat up some beans, make a little pasta, what have you, stuff like that. And this piece here, the base, this could actually serve as a pan that you could do some frying. You know, do some frying on it. You know, and of course, this is the top. You can put it over, and you can hold it as your pan handle, and be able to hold that in there so you could cook right on top of this. Now this kit, it's stainless steel, all stainless steel, but it's very, very thin. So when cooking on it, let's say, the pot, it's a little thicker, so it's a little better. So there's that. And I keep this in the car as well. And of course, for this video, I brought it inside. So that folds back over, that goes back on top like so, and boom, there it is. Then I can put it back in the backpack bag or whatever. So you can of course go, I don't want to say big time camping or glamping for that matter, but you know, if you're going to be going to a picnic and you need to be able to cook a little something, there's something extra that gets even larger, and I'll show you that. Alright, so what I've got here is something else from Coleman, and you know, I'm mentioning Coleman as the brand because my family through the years has always used Coleman branded camping type products. This is really cool. This is a 2-burner stove, and on the sides here, you know, we've got a couple of pouches, and one is definitely big enough, as I'm thinking about it. Yeah, you could put 2 canisters of propane, one on each end, and then you've got the stove inside. Now, I was gifted this from a relative, 14, 15 years ago, something like that, maybe even longer. I've only ever used it once, but so this is the 2-burner stove. So steel construction, and on the front here we've got 2 knobs, and if I undo it, goes like that. And I can bring out the sides, put these, and then, you know, these little sides go into the hole, and then I've got 2 burners here. Let's see if I can tilt this up a little bit so you can see it. There we go. And yeah, this got used one time, and it was on this burner over here because this has the propane marks and everything. The other side hasn't been used yet, but this got some use. 14 years ago, I want to say. Got used one time, and that was because of a grid down situation. Power was out. It was actually a couple of days before Halloween, and was going to be going out for somebody's birthday, and was just about ready to leave. And as I was walking out to start the car to let it heat up because it was cold, it was snowing, and the power went out while I was out there because I noticed the street lights went out. And I'm like, okay, so it wasn't gonna bother me with anything. I'm like, well, it's still gonna go out, so I went out and had a great time. I was in a town where they did not lose power, and had a great time and everything like that. Came home, not here. This was actually back at that motel place, motel style apartment, and power was still out. The power was out for 3 days, 3 to 5 days, and of course I needed to eat and stuff like that. So I had gone to the store and gotten some provisions and some food, stuff like that, and cooked using this. And I actually have the pan, the pot that I used, and hold on one second and I will grab it. Here you are. All right. And here's the pan that I used. This is it right here. Stainless steel throughout, inside and out, and happens to be usable on an induction stove. You can tell that because on the base you got a whole bunch of wavy lines, and they get smaller as you get towards the center. It's induction capable, and see, it says stainless steel, and it says right on it, induction. There you go. So I've got additional pans that are actually induction capable. I've got 1, 2, 3 that are induction capable. They're just fry pans. This could be used as a fry pan. It can be used as a pot, stuff like that. This was used initially as to fry the dinner, and then I put fluids and other stuff in there, stuff like that, to make a stew. And that stew lasted me for that whole time that I used it on this thing. So there we go. So, yeah. Now, it doesn't say so directly on the products themselves, whether or not it's also butane capable, because there are some that can be used with both propane and butane. It might say differently in the manuals for them. I don't have the manual for the 2-burner. Of course, I do have the manual for the single burner, but I haven't looked through it yet. It's like I don't need to worry about it because I've got propane fuel for both things, so I don't need to worry about it right now. And you know, it's like I could keep this stuff in the car, but I really don't need to right now, because, you know, why haul around something? I don't have that much space in my vehicle. But I do have some, so I could put one of those collapsible rocket stovey kind of deals. But you know, it's not necessary. So, but I keep my canteen out there, and I keep the mess kit out there should I ever need it. You know, whether it be for fun or for the actual need for it. I keep that stuff in the car with some other provisions and things like that. Being in a condo, this building, if it catches fire and I have to go, well, I do have emergency clothes in the car. A couple changes of clothes, socks, pants, shirts, what have you. And so we've got that. So with the rocket stove, of course, I can't find mine right now. I'm sure if it's anywhere, it's in the closet behind you, which is on the other side of the wall. I just haven't really gone through it all that well. I do have a bin full of emergency items that I did take a quick peek in and didn't see it in there. I did peek in the car to see if it happened to be in there with this stuff, and it wasn't. And that's what led me to believe that I may have accidentally donated it, which is no great shakes because they're very inexpensive and I can get a fresh one right out of Walmart, which I just might do, but neither sense. But if you need to cook outdoors and you don't have a propane grill and you need something smaller that's easy to cart around and use as you wish or need or like, stuff like that, yeah, you get one of those single burners, you can get one of these 2 burners, and you can have a good old time, and it'll be a lot of fun. If you're a van dweller, more than likely you've already thought about the process or the resources that you're going to need, and you may already have something in place, or you may be looking for some ideas that might help. There you go. And I hope it's useful in some respect. I've had this stuff for years and I haven't used them in years. And for me right now, my use for them is only for fun. I could take the 2 burner out to the picnic area and I could use it out there because we have grills, we have charcoal grills out there that are provided for us. I just have to provide the charcoal, and I use natural charcoal, not the briquettes, because I've got a charcoal chimney, so I put it all into there with some newspaper. I light that on fire, and then airflow comes in from underneath, shoots up through the top, and of course people go, "We're not supposed to have open flames," and I'm like, this is charcoal. So, nice trick, isn't it? Fooled ya. So, anyhow. So, that's what I've got for that. And that's just what I wanted to show you real quick. And if you happen to like this content, make sure you give it a like, comment down below, and subscribe as well. And I hope you like my little snap trick at the beginning. And, because that's fun. So, come on back in the future and we'll talk to you later. So thank you very much. Skál. I've got a Pepsi drink here, so I'm going to use that. So I'm going to drink to that kind of a victory. So you too. Bye.
Skál, skál, a toast and a thunder.